I am the author of ClawPad. OpenClaw is the core engine, and ClawPad makes it usable every day. You get smart local answers for free and memory that carries forward. Then you reserve cloud only for hard questions, not every prompt. Example 1 starts with a normal personal task, building a weekday focus routine. I type the prompt live, and ClawPad routes it to local inference, so the result is fast and free. This is the default value everyday planning without paying cloud fees. If your task is simple, local should win by default. Same example, second task, quick message rewrites for email, chat, and SMS. You can see the full prompt and response in one pass. This is the kind of daily use people actually want. Practical output, local speed, zero cloud charge. Here is the OpenClaw tab. OpenClaw is the engine people are buzzing about because it makes advanced AI accessible. ClawPad gives you the easiest setup path, embedded mode for instant start, plus gateway mode if you already run OpenClaw elsewhere. This is the free forever principle in action. Simple prompts stay local and fast, so you avoid unnecessary cloud spend. Keep paid cloud for hard prompts only. That keeps your monthly bill controlled. Now we ask for a full 7-day international travel plan with budget logic and schedule structure. This is where cloud depth earns its cost, so ClawPad escalates automatically. You can see the long output while I scroll, itinerary, transport decisions, and budget table all in one result. For this kind of complex planning, I want options, trade-offs, and clear next actions, not a short generic answer. A practical way to use ClawPad is simple. Keep drafting and routine prompts local, then use cloud for high complexity moments like this. That gives you better decisions without turning every prompt into a paid request. It is a practical default for personal use. Local first, cloud when it truly matters. Right after the plan, I ask a follow-up for top mistakes and prevention steps. This is how ClawPad feels in real life. One thread, better output each turn. You keep momentum instead of restarting. That is a real time saver. If I am making real plans, I want the assistant to stay in context and sharpen the answer every turn. It keeps planning smooth. Here I enable Semantic cache and run the first query. This warm pass records intent and response pattern. For repeated personal prompts, warming cache makes later runs faster and cheaper. Think of this as teaching the runtime your recurring intent. You can see the setting flip first, then the warm query runs end to end. You can watch the warm response complete before we repeat. This is the setup move that pays off quietly every week when you run the same planning prompts again. Now I send a repeat query with Semantic cache already enabled. You can compare structure and token usage against the first run while context stays constant. If you run recurring prompts every week, this is where savings quietly compound. Same intent, less compute, lower bill. That is how small workflow discipline turns into real savings over time. It feels faster every week. The token dashboard shows local usage, cloud usage, and cache contribution in one view. You can tune routing from real spend data, not guesswork. This is how you keep powerful AI while controlling monthly cost. Now I create a second project and drop in real move details, packing phases, utility dates, and moving day timing. I keep that context in place and switch over, just like normal life when you juggle a few threads. Then I ask for those details back without copy-paste. If memory works, you stay in flow and stop retyping context. That saves attention, not just time, and it makes the app feel personal. Now we test cross-project recall for utility transfer dates and move timeline. ClawPad brings those details back without copy-paste, so you can jump between life projects without re-explaining anything. That is memory doing real work. Example 3 is your personal assistant inbox. OpenClaw community users are excited about running one assistant identity across surfaces, and this is how it looks in ClawPad. You get one memory, one routing policy, and one consistent assistant behavior across channels. From the extension store, you can add capabilities people keep asking for, including web search workflows and automation helpers. This is how users get powerful results without engineering overhead. Here is another personal free workflow, a monthly budget checklist. I force local routing, run the prompt, and get a usable result immediately. This is the sweet spot for free local AI, repeatable personal tasks that should not cost anything. You can run this weekly for groceries, subscriptions, and savings checks. It is practical and free. That habit alone can cut cloud spend. When the default is local for finance planning, your paid usage drops without sacrificing quality. Now we flip back to hybrid and ask a harder 90-day career switch question. This is where paid cloud should be used. When planning depth and structure really matter, you can see the full long-form output while we scroll. The result gives milestones, project sequence, and weekly checkpoints you can actually follow. This is the cloud pattern I recommend. Use it for life decisions that benefit from deeper reasoning. One prompt gives me Korean, Spanish, and Japanese while keeping the same intent intact. No manual rewrites, no context loss. For travel, outreach, or daily messages, this keeps communication clear and fast. Here we switch from prose to structured JSON with fixed keys. That means this output can drop straight into automations, dashboards, or docs workflows. Machine-readable output turns one good answer into a repeatable system. You can pipe this into scripts, trackers, or notes without cleanup. That is how everyday prompts become reliable workflows. To wrap up, I ask for a clean summary from the run. It gives what changed, why it matters, and what to do next. You get an action list without manually writing notes. That keeps weekly planning simple and focused. OpenClaw ClawPad gives you free local power, strong memory, and cloud depth only when needed. OpenClaw is the core engine. ClawPad adds local-first routing, memory channels, and a user-friendly workflow on top. Thank you for watching, and for more details and features, download at clawpad.ai.